Hola, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a Visiones del Desarrollo 2025 desde Santa Marta, Colombia, en el marco de la cumbre de la CELAC, Unión Europea, en este país. Estoy con la embajadora Jerusa, es directora general del Ministerio de Relaciones Exteriores de Bahamas. Voy a empezar la entrevista con ella en inglés. Ambassador, thank you very much for being here with us at CAF Visions of Development. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that CAF is a sponsor and supporter of this important multilateral forum.
Thank you. What is important of this summit for the Bahamas, and how does it influence its relationship with the rest of the Caribbean as well as Latin America?
We have very few opportunities to dialogue with this particular group of EU and all of Latin America and the Caribbean. We only have 6 resident diplomatic missions, so it's been a whirlwind for us. We've attended all of the plenary of the summit, and we've tried to have as many bilaterals as possible.
What is the Bahamas taking home from this summit? Where are the concrete results for your country?
Well, I can say definitely the pledges that have been made by some of the EU states are most welcome, especially regarding climate resilient projects. Even if it's a regional pot of funding, we welcome more pledges like that. And I think in these times, in these geopolitical times, having that strong emphasis on the importance of regionalism and the importance of multilateralism, those are our main foreign policy goals, and we support them, and we're glad that they've been echoed in this space.
People say often that the Caribbean doesn't have this strong voice in this kind of summits. Do you feel that the region's priorities, like climate change, like you're saying, and economic vulnerability, were truly reflected in this agenda?
Yes, I do. And I think it's been sincere. I can remember sitting with the delegation from Colombia in Honduras and Tegucigalpa last year, and they genuinely had many questions about what is important to us, and I can see that that's been read into this summit.
How do you think the Caribbean, especially the Bahamas in this, as partners of CAF as well, can have more voice in this type of summit, especially with the relationship of the European Union that is so important, and that CAF has been pushing Latin America to have more relationship with the European Union?
Yes, it's interesting because CAF, as a development funder, is a good point of contact for extra-regional partners. And we will continue to push extra-regional partners your way. When they have funding, you're a good source for them because you have so much experience throughout the region, and you have about half of our CARICOM member states who are part of CAF.
This summit's final statement talk a lot about sustainable investments.
Yes.
Does that translate into real projects for the Caribbean?
It does. It does. I have a list of projects that we've benefited from. I can say one thing about summits is you don't have enough time to thank your partners. But we've been, we're very, very, very grateful for even the smallest project. I always tell any EU member state, even if the project is 500 euros or 5 million euros, there's a space for that. And it builds a partnership at an institutional level between researchers. So we welcome that.
What needs to happen to strengthen this relationship between CELAC and UE? How do you see it to strengthen this relationship that the next year can be even stronger?
It's a good question. And I think that with CELAC, the way it's structured, and with this extra regional mechanism, we could adjust it a little bit so that the dialogue happens at many different levels. I can say there was a very small disconnect between our civil society representative and then our official government representative. So I think we can do more to bridge civil society, lower technical officials, ministers, and heads of state.
Do you imagine the Caribbean or the Bahamas being a kind of bridge between Latin America, Europe, even North America in areas like energy or sustainable tourism, for example?
Yes, absolutely. We're an island nation. We're an archipelagic state. We have 700 islands and 3,000 atolls and keys, and we have 183,000 square miles of ocean. It's huge.
Yes, it's huge.
It's basically a big ocean state.
And big opportunities
Yes,
as well.
there are. Yeah, in green and blue economy investment, there's huge opportunities. We have some best practices. We also have some lessons learned. And by the way, thank you so much for CAF's support after Hurricane Melissa. Your outreach to Jamaica and Bahamas was really very well received.
One final idea, Ambassador. I know your time is short, and thanks for coming here to our program. We're now in a Caribbean city,
Yes.
Santa Marta in Colombia.
Yes.
How can Latin America and also English-speaking nations can reinforce this partnership?
Well, I need to learn Spanish. This is a start. Gracias.
We're in a globalized world.
We do. My second language is Japanese,
Okay.
but we must learn more Spanish. We must learn more languages. But I can say, even with a small language capability, you can do a lot. You can even negotiate.
Ambassador Jerusa Ali, Director General at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs de las Bahamas, la embajadora Jerusa Ali nos acompañaba aquí en Visiones de Desarrollo 2025. Thank you very much for your
Thank
time,
you.
Ambassador. Thanks. Nos vemos a la próxima.